Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Good to see you all. This is Val from Dragonfly Crystals with another Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. Yay! With
Yay!
my co-host, Aley of Heart and Soul Connected, sharing voices from the swamp, and Marina, Heart-Centered Tarot. So, if you haven't already, go like and subscribe to everyone's channels because it really helps. And leave a comment after this video because it on everyone's channel, it helps with the algorithms.
Yes, it does.
So please do that if you can, if you would. And we have a wonderful show for tonight. And this is about what are we going to manifest in 2024? How do we decide? How do we narrow it down? And how do we make it the most powerful manifestations to get us exactly what we want for 2024? Because you really have to know yourself and make it specific. Because if you don't, it's just going to weakly sit there. Wishy-washy. And is it really going to happen? Well,
yes.
I have a handy dandy cheat list to help you.
She does.
So, towards the top, and also I think on everyone's channel, you'll see a link to my Google Drive, which has a PDF of a 3-page document that is a really quick, easy cheat sheet list to give you the clarity to pick and choose what you want. And I'll just briefly go over this and we'll go around and ask all the ladies what they do for manifesting. So you need to clarify your goals, obviously. Be specific. But they're telling you SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So that helps create a roadmap to achieving everything you want to bring forward. Visualize your desires, create a vision board, write down your goals, then add your affirmations, get your mind script in the right place, think positively, no negative thoughts, take inspired action. So it's not just wishing, you're going to take the action steps to bring it forward. Be patient, maintain gratitude, stay flexible. So the path to your goals may change, so you might have to dance a little bit to get it going in the right direction. Seek support, meaning supportive friends, family, those around you who can help you keep going in the right direction. Self-care. Make sure that your mental and well-being is taken care of. Reflect and adjust, periodically reviewing your goals and adjusting. Release resistance. Trust the universe and be consistent. That is it. And it has a little more about all those things. And pretty much this kind of spelled it out. And it's going to be my Bible for sitting down before 2024 comes. And I'm going to really work on this, specifically the way they've structured it so that I don't mess up. Aley, what do you do?
Well, that's a good question. I'll tell you the best one I did. Keith and I couldn't decide where we wanted to move to, but we knew we wanted to move out west. We were in Massachusetts. We wanted to get out of there. So it was actually the summer solstice. And so he and I went out back and we decided that we wanted to have the universe tell us in some way where we needed to go. And so there were 2 places that we were thinking of. One was in New Mexico and one was in Washington. So we said, how are we going to figure out if this is working for us? So we made up these affirmations and we did this little ceremony. And then I said, well, if my niece calls, she wasn't one that would call very often. If my niece calls, then that's going to be a signal that I get my answer. And so we got in the car, we went out to the grocery store, and the phone rang, and it was my niece, which didn't take very long. And this is the word she said: "Aunt, pack your bags. We're all moving to Seattle."
Oh God, that's instant manifestation
Yeah.
right there, isn't it? Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And we
I
said
love stories
we
like
didn't
that.
need any more. We didn't need any more validation, any more proof. We knew exactly where we were supposed to be, and it
That is like
did. It
too
blew me
right.
away.
That's right in your face.
It was. It really was.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had anything that fast before,
That
but it can happen. It can happen.
Yeah, apparently. That's inspiring.
It is inspiring.
Totally.
Yeah.
So Marina, what do you say about your manifestation ideas, and what do you do to bring something forward for the new year?
You know what? I start off with gratitude. That's always number one for me, is to say thank you. I am grateful for, and then kind of fill in the rest. In order to kind of narrow it down a little bit, I will write it out. How do I put it? I will write out a paragraph or two of what it is that I want to manifest. Once I've got it written down, I'll go through it and say, okay, use less words. Where am I not being specific? Where do I need to adjust a word so that it's more positive, right? Take out things like, oh, I hope for, I wished for. No, those, everything is in the present tense. It has happened, and so on. And then just kind of narrow it down, and then narrow it down some more, so that it is it encompasses what I'm looking for without needing a whole great big explanation.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So,
yeah, that's great. Perfect. I love that. And Sherry, what's your method?
I haven't really ever had one. I just bought myself a journal for the new year so that I could seriously try to start journaling. I used to do journaling decades ago, and kind of just got away from it. You know, you get busy, you got kids to raise and husbands to take care of, and you just kind of stick it in a drawer. Who has time? And so I'm instead of just a piece of paper here and there, I thought, you know what, this year I'm gonna, because I have a lot of goals, a lot of things, new things I want to do and change and whatnot for the channel and everything going into the new year. And I thought, okay, if I want to do this and stay cohesive on it, I need to write it down, because that's the best way I function, is if I write it down. So I bought myself my journal.
That's great.
I think probably the last time that I really manifested something and didn't even realize that's what I was doing is when we had to move 2.5 years ago. And this apartment where we're at now, this is where I wanted to move to, was this complex. And they had no openings and didn't look like they were going to have any openings for months and months and months and months and months. I'm like, no, I need to move like ASAP. We went to complex after complex. We went to houses, looked at houses and stuff. And we just, I mean, there were several that were nice that we liked, that would have fit what we were looking for, but they just didn't work out. You know, it was like always falling through. And I guess about 2.5 months went by when out of the blue, I got a call at work. Are you still interested in an apartment at this community? Wow. And I was like, yes. How much money do you need to hold it?
That's all I told her. I said, when is it available? Take my card over the phone, right?
Drive over now.
Literally, I gave her my card number and everything over the telephone so she could slap down the deposit.
There you go.
And hold it. I said, take it off the books. Don't let nobody else look at it. And
perfect.
But it took several months. Like I said, probably 2 to 3 months. And I really didn't think I was going to get in here, but there was a part of me that was like, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. This was where I wanted to be. And I was shocked and excited at the same time that it went through.
You manifested.
I did. And I didn't even realize that's what I was doing. But I would look at pictures of the floor plans and I would look at pictures of the complex almost daily.
Did you know you were going to live there, Sherry? Because I've had that happen where I've seen a place and say,
I think
I'm going to live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, because when we first decided we've got to get out of the old place and move, and I went online and pulled up, apartment complexes in the area. And of course, it starts with the B, so it's right at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And the minute it showed up on the screen, I was like, that's where I want to live.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the place, because it's been here. This is probably one of the oldest apartment communities in the city. That's how long it's been here. And it went from like just a couple of buildings, maybe 40, 50 units, to humongous more units that I get lost inside of here now. They have just continuously bought up land in the neighborhood behind them as it became available, and then built another building and put in more units.
Yeah.
And I was really shocked when we actually came over here to see how big it had expanded. And but I think so, because from the minute I saw it online, and I was just like, that's
you were magnetized to it.
Exactly. Like that's where
magnetizing thing. That's that thing that draws everything.
And I could see myself living here. Yeah. I could see myself living here.
Yeah.
Because of how convenient it was for everybody, It's like it's walking distance for my nephew to get to and from school. So we didn't have to worry about trying to bring him to school and back.
Yeah.
And it was a couple of miles from where I worked. It was a little bit further for my brother, but it was actually closer for him from where we were before. And it's like kind of right in the center of a very active hub in the city with grocery stores and restaurants and the hospital and the Cajun Dome and the football stadium for the university. I mean, everything's all right here in this probably like 5-block radius going all the way around. And it's I'm really happy we got in here.
That's fantastic. That's a great story. And I just want to tell everyone who just come in, I'm going to go down the names of everybody we have in the chat right now, but we do have a link to my Google Drive, which has a little document on PDF that will help you to manifest what you want to bring in for the new year. So
it's very easy. You can download it onto your computer into your documents folder or something.
Yeah. So we want to say hi to Rose Blue. Thanks for being here. I will be eating, so I will come back to the live. Okay. So very good.
Hi, Betty.
Good afternoon from the Pacific Northwest. Hi. And there's that heart-centered.
There's that woman.
Yeah, her. Just ignore her. Just ignore her. Yeah.
And Barbara says, from foggy, cloudy Pacific Northwest.
It is. It's pouring out.
Yeah. Over the
my gosh.
That's nice. Spirit Beyond the Stars. Barbara Nesper. I think I just had her up. I can't remember. Teresa.
Yeah.
Hi, Teresa.
All right.
Moira. Hello. Motivation.
Hey.
And Laura. Jazz. Teresa. Hadrian. MK. Karen.
Yeah.
It was good to see you. I haven't seen her in a while.
Garnet. Hello.
Garnet's here. Yeah.
Yeah. And Deb. And here's that heart and soul connected person. I don't know.
Yeah, she's with the Marina character.
She is. Yeah.
So Silent Victory, Book Bewitched, and Peg Watts. No.
Hey.
Nice to see you. Janet P. Sonia, Veronica, And oh, did I say Silent Victory? I think I haven't seen Silent Victory before. So hello. And we got Craig
Hello.
Dixon. Hi,
Great.
Craig.
Oh.
And let's see. Have I?
Pardon me, y'all. I'm still
We
half
We got
sick.
Ricky
so-
Nelson as well. Ricky
Oh
Nelson.
yeah, Ricky Nelson. Yeah, I don't know where you found that, Craig, but you know that's
Yeah.
I know, it's wonderful. Yeah.
a good one.
Oh, and BJR, hello from Nova Scotia. Hello
Oh,
from a
voices.
former Darthmanite. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hello.
Awesome.
Voices from the Swamp Gal.
Yeah, it's
That's right.
somebody from around the area. I don't know who
AKA
that crazy
Swampy.
lady is.
Swampy.
Yeah,
Swampy. Yeah.
Yeah, Fatima.
Hello,
And
Fatima.
let's see, Linda Day Gonzalez.
Thank you,
Hi,
Linda.
Linda.
Hey, Linda.
And I think we're getting toward the end there. Oh, Foxy Roxy. Hi. And let's see. Oh, Starfish
Oh,
Jenny.
wow.
Hi,
Ah,
Jenny. Let's see. I think we're getting down there. Oh, Randy. Hi, Randy.
you
Good to
right.
see you here.
Randy's in
Christina.
Sedona. Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Book is here. Did you see Book Bewitched?
let's see.
Yeah, Book is here. Yeah, I think we said hello to Book earlier. That's
Yeah,
great.
we did. We said hello to Book. And yeah, here's Purette. Hello.
Hello,
And Martha Bean. Hi. Watcher. 9997. Hello. Karen
Hello.
Doyle. Hi.
Mhm.
KK. Hello.
KK's here.
And
Arlene Forney.
Arlene is here. And let's see. Joyful Journey. Hi. Oh my gosh, you guys. So Sally is here.
Hey, Sally.
Carolyn
Carolyn
Booker.
Peter. Yeah.
Hello, Carolyn.
Extreme. And
Hello.
BJR from Nova
right.
Scotia.
Yeah.
Sonia Maggie. Hello, Sonia.
Mhm.
And let's see. I think we have just about gotten down to the end here. Steve Watts, who is really Mickey.
Yes.
Hello. You got Jazz.
All right.
You're training us, Steve Watts, who is Mickey. So, so that's everyone. And we do have 4 questions from the community pages, because that's where we actually take our questions. So some of these I had to boil down, but we have Betty asking about her 42-year-old daughter, Katie, who shut down her gifts about 13 years ago. Will she resume doing readings or open herself up again to the process? She's an amazing medium. And I printed it out, actually. She's an amazing medium, and in these times, she could do a lot as a light worker. She may not have her vision in this physical world, but her second sight is very clear. Thank you, sisters, for considering this question. So let's read on her opening up to her gifts.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I just want to mention, Motivation had sent in a question, and then she kind of wanted to she wanted to amend the question, but I'm not sure exactly where it is in my mail. Like I couldn't see it right away. So
maybe
what I said to her, she's in the chat, and
Yeah.
what I said was, you could just be, when we get to you, you can just let us know that, no, that's not what it is. This is what I want.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
And for those of you that would like to, if you would like us to read on a question for you, just visit our community boards anytime from Saturday until Wednesday morning. And
if we're
you'll
smart
see
enough
there's
to put them
all of
up.
us, yeah.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. So
Yeah, well, that's all right. Then go, yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll see there's a little thing that we have on there on the community one saying, post your questions for Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. And that's where you post your questions. That way we know how many we're dealing with, right? So that determines how much we get to chat. Okay. All
Very
right.
true.
I'm done.
That's great. That's great. So, Aley, if you can go if you're ready.
Yeah. So Betty, yes, obviously your daughter does have psychic ability. That's the card I pulled for this. And, that tells me that her third eye is completely operational. At 42, I'm going to say I was interested in this stuff, but I was raising a family. I had a full-time job. I was busy, and I didn't have, quote, time to do this. I don't know if that's the same situation for your daughter, but it seems to me that at least by the time one is in their 60s and they have more time and they kind of come back to it. So I don't know if she's going to open up her gifts soon, but I would say she probably will again at some point open up her gifts. And, it's hard because you have to be the one that decides you're going to do it. Nobody else can kind of push you along, but I sure do understand. And she may be on that next wave of light workers because she's Gen X, isn't she? Isn't that Gen X? 42? Or maybe
it could be. Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
is.
That's about the right
And
age.
so she's going to be needed much later when all the rest of us are back on the other side. But I definitely can see that she is gifted as you indicated. So.
Yeah, thank you. And Marina, what did you get?
What I got was earth magic. And I think what this brought to mind is she is gifted. She just hasn't quite figured out how to ground that energy, because when she first started opening up and paying attention to the individual gifts that were coming in, it kind of threw her for a loop a little bit, and it scared her a bit, which can happen if you don't know what's going on and you don't know what to do about it.
You're young.
Yeah, you go, oh, no, don't want any of that. So I think what this is telling me is that, yes, she does have an awful lot of magic in her. And she connects very well to the elementals. And this is going to, she will come back into her power, into her gifts, when she realizes that she has control. She can determine how and where her boundaries are, and then it will be a lot easier. But it's a question of, how do you know what you do? So that's what I got. She will. Yeah.
Thank you, Marina. That's great.
Yeah.
And then, Sherry, what did you get for Katie?
Well, I pulled from the Oracle of the Seven Energies, and the card I pulled for just says storyteller. Now, this can be interpreted in a lot of different ways, but I think most importantly, when we're talking about Katie, is that even though she's not actively using her gifts or actively pursuing using that as a means of an income even or something, she is still reaching people that she's not aware of simply through her storytelling, simply through the ability to see and help friends out with questions that she's not even aware that she's doing it. Excuse me. So yeah, I think she will eventually, as someone who was born with gifts and kept them shoved in a closet up until about 10 years ago. Yeah, I mean, it's there and it will poke its head out every now and again. And there are a lot of times when you will do or say things that make people stop and look at you kind of different, but you shove it back in the closet and pretend like it doesn't exist until the day comes when spirit's like, okay, time's up. You have to get to work. And I think it's just, once she gets her children raised and, gets herself more on steady ground, she gets a little older and feels more comfortable going back to it, then yeah, I definitely feel like she's going to go that way.
Did you see sorry, Val, did you see the comment from Betty J
Yeah,
at
that would
523?
shut a lot of people down. That
Yes,
would. Yeah.
absolutely.
She read for someone else, and that person
And
wasn't
and they
mentally balanced.
they were not mentally balanced, and
Mm.
that
Shut her down.
That can do
Well,
it.
here is what they said. Here's the answer. The answer is she will open back up, and she's headed toward it. If not this year, next year, but it's coming by at least by 45. And here's what they say. This protection card isn't about fear and having to protect yourself. It's really about, they're saying, calling back your power, standing in your own center. And it makes perfect sense with what happened to her, because she is not responsible for the reaction from her sitter. She delivers the message. And as long as the message is kind and uplifting and has, light in it, you've done your job. You are not, cut the cords, stand in your own power in life. This is a lesson we all have to go through. So she went through it 13 years ago and until now. And she's going to be called back onto the floor to do her divine plan. It can't be escaped. It will happen. I hate to say it that way, but it's going to come. So be assured it will unfold in front of her like breadcrumbs, and she'll follow the path and these things. Maybe it'll be another class. Maybe something will spark her interest. And then little by little, she's doing it again. So, that's what I get.
Absolutely.
So, okay, thanks for that, Betty. And let's see. So let me go into my banners. We've got Pat Lee. So romantic love, is there any coming for me in the near future? How will I meet him? When will this happen? Thank you, sisters. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
The first thing that I get, Pat, is you're going to meet him when you least expect it. If you're expecting it all the time, when you least expect it.
There's that idea that you can put your goals down, just exactly what we were wanting to manifest.
Yes.
You can give a list. You can put a list of all the qualities you would love to have this person have. And, you may not get them all, but you get a little of idea.
It's a shopping list, ladies. Write it down.
Yes.
And they want you to be creative. It says focus on expressing yourself and follow your creative instincts. Maybe go somewhere and try something new. I wonder if you tried something creative. I don't know. Maybe you went to a rock climbing wall. I don't know. It can be anything. And you can meet this person there. You could meet the person at the gym, or you could meet the person at an art class or something. Anyway, be open to it. Be open.
Yes, absolutely. You got to make yourself available.
Yes. And I get abundance. And yes, I agree with Black. So keep your legs shaved.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be on your game. So
yeah. Be ready to go on that adventure. Yeah. Abundance is when the time is right, you're going to be spoiled for choice. So I think that I agree with you in terms of, make your list. Make your list. I am grateful for this wonderful man who is self-employed, financially stable, a good dancer, loves to dine out. We have so much.
Loves to travel.
Yeah. Loves to travel. We're thank you. We are constantly exploring new places. Yeah. There you go.
Absolutely. Yes.
Sharing what you got.
I drew from the Enchanted Map Oracle,
Ooh.
and the one I pulled was Sacred Pool. And it
Ooh.
simply says the world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world that you want for yourself.
Absolutely an important point. And
So-
actually, the only thing you really need to know for someone to be attracted to you, you have to love yourself. And it is
It starts with yourself.
it
You have to
starts
love
with
yourself.
Yep,
You have to
because
respect yourself. You have to have self-esteem. You
Mhm.
can't expect others to respect you if you don't respect you, you know.
yes,
But
and
definitely while you're manifesting that man with the finances and the travel and and all the goodies that goes with it,
right.
also put in there, someone who respects me and treats me as an equal and sees me as his partner and not as
Mhm.
an ornament on his arm, so to speak, or as a free ride if I'm the one that's got the money and not him. So,
You want the soul relationship where they
right,
see the
exactly.
real person and you see them,
Yeah.
and that deep love, not related to the 3D world,
What are
but
you willing to give to the relationship? That's what you want to be able to get back.
Yep.
So,
oh, very good. So, and I, on top of that, got take care of your thoughts, take control of your thoughts. So, this, if you're worried, if you're anxious, if you don't trust the universe to bring you what you want, so you've already put it out there, like Marina said, and Aley, write your list, get yourself all situated, then let it go because it's out there. Trust the universe to deliver. Don't let those thoughts take you out of the game because that's just the ego mind.
Yep.
And that's just noise. So you've already ordered it up. Trust the universe to deliver. Keep yourself positive, and down the road you're going to be seeing someone show up. So
Yep.
it's hard to do timing. I'm sorry that we can't, but
Yes.
it could be in 2024. So
There you
do
go.
everything that everyone suggested. Keep your legs shaved.
Yes.
Never know what'll happen. Because if you're
can't
prepared,
leave
as
the
if it
house
were
without your
already
makeup on and your hair brushed.
as if
Yes.
keep your hair brushed, keep some lipstick on your lips. So here we go. So Leah's asking, please provide insight on goods or services I could provide others that would also provide me with financial abundance. So
Goods or services.
Okay. So I got right here, Leah, you're kind of burned out. And a lot of people get burned out. And so I'm wondering if it means something to do with that. It says maybe you have too many irons in the fire. You're not taking care of yourself. You're wanting more than work. You're wanting a life that you'll enjoy. So I'm going to suggest that you could probably do something like be an influencer on Amazon. Amazon has a lot of things that you can add to your wish list. You can do things to it, and you can talk about it. And maybe you have like a stress wish list for people. What kind of things do people want when they're under stress? They want some fancy pillows, or they want, and you can bring those items into your list and talk about how those can work, or an eye pillow, or Bach flower remedies, or things like that would offer people a way out of um, believing in the fact that they are stressed. So I'm going to say that may or may not work for you. That may not be exactly what you like, but I do believe we all definitely need to have something for ourselves that has us take time to sit back and reflect upon what it is that we're doing with our life, because if we're stressed out all the time, we're not doing ourselves any good. So that's what I got.
Okay, my turn. Don't ask me why Spirit had me grab this deck of cards and pull it out, but it seems to be the reason was for this question. From the Divine Dog, I pulled instinct. Trust your intuition. I think that if you truly sit back and meditate on it and think about it, the Spirit's going to let you know what kind of service or goods you can do, because it's already in you somewhere. You're thinking on it to this point. That means the thought is already there. It just hasn't bubbled to the surface yet. So you got to give it a little boost and say, okay, I know you want me to go this way, but now you got to help me figure out what it was exactly you wanted me to do. And ask specifically for messages, or to see something, read something, hear something, where the minute you do, that little bell's going to ring and you're going to go, oh, that's it. That's what I was waiting for. So trust your instinct. Follow your instinct and trust it.
Okay. Thank you, sharing, Marina.
I get birds of a feather. So I think that you kind of already have a good sense. I agree with Sherry. You have a good sense of where you kind of need to focus. So maybe examine who you're spending time with. Who are you resonating with? Who are you doing things with? Where do you go to kind of get that your ideas and whatnot? So look to your community. Where do you spend your time? And look and see what those people are doing, because chances are, that's where you need to be as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Be with like-minded people.
Yeah. Good advice, Marina. Thank you. And Leah, I got many choices. So this says you have options, even if you don't see them right now. Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what is best. Well, I'm just going to pull one card right now. And it says drama. It says be aware of troublemakers in the workplace. The job you may want may have too much upheaval to bear. Keep emotions and gossip in check. But what this card really says to me is, and what your question says to me, is you have to know yourself. You have to go within and know what it is your heart is here to do. What brings you joy? Because it's not about bringing the money in. The money comes from the joy that you have that says, oh man, I want to read Akashic Records, or I want to do tarot readings for people, or I want to do intuitive readings, or I want to sew quilts for people. Whatever floats your boat and makes your heart sing and you find fun to do, which leads me to Aley's a little bit of burnout question. You won't feel inspired if you haven't taken care of yourself and nurtured yourself and given yourself time to get inspired again, to feel what you really want, to feel your heart. That is where the beginning of this comes from. Because what you love and what you want to bring forward will bring you to the place where you will be abundant financially. Because it's just, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I know none of these are easy answers, but it really is about finding what motivates you and you love to do. It's an old saying, but it's true. It's true. Yeah. So
do something you love and you will never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chat, Leah says that what she really wants to do is help kids or seniors, women and families in need. And then see right below her answer, do what brings you joy. That's exactly what we've all pointed out.
Absolutely what we're talking about.
Yep.
Absolutely go after any job that surrounds that topic.
Right.
I don't care what you have to do. Go put in job applications, go talk yourself up at wherever you have to that has those elements, because that is where you will find your greatest joy and you will become abundant from that. Absolutely, 100%. Thank
Totally.
you for that question, Leah. And for Foxy Roxy, we have, what if manifesting what we want conflicts with our soul contracts? If we contracted to learn lessons of poverty, won't manifesting abundance conflict with those lessons? Well, I can just answer without a card on this, and then I'll pull cards. But, there's no such thing as the poverty card anymore. We don't have, this is not in play anymore. We don't have vows of poverty. We've done that in so many lifetimes. We don't carry it forward. We just might have that cellular structure of trauma within us that we have to let go of. But there is no contract anybody signed in 2023 that says, yeah, I'm going to be poor. No, it's already done. We've done that. We've moved on. No one alive today has any of that. So don't worry about it. So everyone, Aley, if you're ready, go ahead.
I think it's fascinating because what do I bring? What card do I pull but prosperity?
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that a lot of people have thought in the past is that by asking for prosperity, we're actually pulling it away from others. And we're not, but that's not true, because the universe has enough for everyone.
Yes.
But you have to believe that. And if you believe that, then you can be prosperous. And remember that poverty and prosperity, both having two P's, of course, but we can be prosperous in health, we can be prosperous in love, we can be prosperous in money, whatever it is, abundance and love. But I think Val's right. I think what she said is right. We don't have to be poor. And I don't think we contract for that. And if we do, there's some point that we have to say we can change the contract.
We don't contract for that anymore because there's no point. This is our time of manifesting who we really are on the earth plane. And so there's no place for that inside of this earth school at this timing. We've done lifetimes of that.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I got Time Machine. And this reminded me that, yes, like Val and Aley were saying, there was a time when wanting to be prosperous wasn't a good thing. It was seen as being selfish, as being a sin, as being something that was not good. When you realize that you are a child of the universe, prosperity is your birthright. It isn't, because you are prosperous doesn't mean that someone has to suffer or someone has to have less. Because Aley's right. There is enough for everyone. It's like trying to empty the ocean with an eyedropper, right? There is more than enough for everyone. When you are able to manifest that prosperity and abundance in all areas of your life, not only do you raise your own vibration, but you raise the vibration of those around you. So, it's when you are abundant, others around you will be abundant as well. So this is, the lesson of poverty. No, there, you might have challenges, but don't ever worry that would be, that you would be going against your contract, because that can't happen. I don't think it can happen.
Did you see what she wrote? She said she means people that have been homeless or who have never had family or friends. Isn't that contracted? I think, and I don't mean to be mean here. Please don't take me the wrong way here.
Yes.
But I do believe the way we feel about ourselves and our situation leave us in those circumstances. I know that happened to me. I was not homeless, but I was pretty close to it. And I felt very bereft of being able to change that. And, I just knew that it had to come from me. So
yeah, absolutely. It's definitely something. If you look at Neil Donald Walsh, who wrote Conversations with God from a homeless tent,
right.
I'm telling you now, it comes from within.
Yes.
But he's an example.
He is an example.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, if you change your consciousness, you definitely change your circumstances. Absolutely, 1,000,000%. But I'm not to make light of how.
No. I did. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that
when you're in those circumstances, it feels like you have no creative way to get yourself out of it when you're stuck in that mode. But boy, you can definitely get out of it. There's no doubt about it. So
absolutely.
As someone who's been homeless and lived in her car on the side of the road, I think what helped get me through it and overcome it was the fact that I made a conscious decision to not let it get me down. Instead, I thought of it and told myself daily, this is just like I went camping for the week. It's just lasting a little longer than I thought. And that's basically how I thought about it. Now, the fact that I was in my early 20s probably helped a lot. It was summer and I lived in Florida, so that helped a lot. I wasn't like freezing my butt off up north somewhere stuck in a car.
Right.
But it didn't take, it was less than a month before we were able to correct our situation and get some kind of shelter over us that wasn't our moving vehicle. So it can be done. And I refuse to think that spirit is going to
keep their thumb on you and keep you down.
So I refuse to believe that spirit has you sign a soul contract for a certain thing and then lets you come to this earth and puts all the roadblocks so that you can't fulfill that goal. We put our own roadblocks. That's called self.
Yeah, absolutely. And Foxy Roxy's saying, I understand, but there are those that never seem to get a chance, just pondering mysteries. Well, Foxy Roxy,
no, and I get that.
As to the mysteries of the universe, let me just tell you, there are those who are homeless now, and people buy them apartments or install them into apartments, and then they end up leaving and going back out there because they don't want the burden or responsibility of that. I've read over and over again just recently articles like that. So there are people who are not wanting the lifestyle that we all have. They have their own lifestyle. Of course, there are those who are mentally ill and they do need help that are out there. It's a specific thing. So you really can't speak to someone else's journey. And I've always been taught to keep myself in my own lane. Everything is a distraction outside of you. And you have to pay attention to what's going on here. Because when you send love and light out into the world from this place, you're helping everyone in the world.
And we
Galactic for you. And Galactic card is about the universe. That is your connection to all that is. That is your connection to everything. How expansive you are, how expansive we are as spiritual beings on this earth plane. So you can't speak to someone else's journey and what they're here to do. And it's really none of our business. It's their business. So that's why we learn to stay in our own lane doing our own thing, because if we go outside of ourselves, it's none of our business, and those are distractions.
And don't forget too that we are making assumptions
Yes,
that are not ours to make, right?
correct.
So
Correct.
when you see someone that, oh my gosh, yeah, they've never been given an opportunity.
They might be the happiest person in the world.
Exactly.
Like they have the golden treasure.
Yeah,
Doing what they want to do.
And we don't know what traumas that they went through earlier in their life that caused them to reject that particular thing, you know.
Yeah.
And there are reasons for that. Again, it comes down to, you know, your freedom of choice. I mean, you sign a contract, but Spirit's not going to force you to do something. That you still have that option of making that choice. And again, we don't know what's happened with this person, what led to these decisions. Was it just a series of circumstances and this person winds up on the street?
Yeah.
Or did they consciously, and I've met homeless people that consciously chose that's where they wanted to be, because they did more good reaching others on the street as a street person than they did if they were living in a house somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And I just have to say also,
and I do for you dreaming. It just says dream big.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your own goals, you dream big for you. You focus on you. And part of your contract may be to offer them assistance or to give them a meal or bring them a coat or whatever it is. And then you fulfilled that part. And part of their contract is to accept it. I mean, there's lots of videos of people stopping and giving stuff to a homeless person, to then watch them take what was given and go bring it to somebody else on the street that's worse off.
I've seen it happen too.
Yeah.
I just have to say this because I just want overall, from my perspective, we don't sit up in the fifth dimension and go, oh, I have to sign a contract. No, you decide what looks interesting and fun for you. We call it a contract. But you're saying, oh, I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to try this out. I'm going to go into this life and have these parents, and I'm going to try out XYZ and see how those things seem, homelessness or whatever that is. And and I'm going to pick you, and you. Do you guys want to go down with me and we'll check it out? Yeah, that's what you do. So it's not like there's a bunch of people, elders sitting around going, what, you signed a contract? No.
Yeah. No,
not like that. Not like that. Just so you know,
not at all.
Not at all. So, thank you, Foxy Roxy, for that interesting and stimulating, really stimulating question, because it got all of us talking and thinking.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, Foxy.
All righty. So motivation. Here's your chance to pop in real quick. And if you want to change your question, you can change it. Change it now. Okay. Will my finances improve sometime in 2024? And will my creative business I'm working on for kids, adults, be prosperous? I'm manifesting being optimistic and very patient. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I get a piggy bank. Woo-hoo.
Oh.
So I would say yes, but it does say to save something for later motivation. So make sure you pay yourself and put some money aside because it does take a little while for a new business to take off and you start to, get a lot of money coming in. But I think being optimistic is a good thing. And I think a piggy bank is in your future, but do make sure you don't spend all the money right away. That's all.
Yeah. And don't ask for patience. Ask.
No, don't ask for
we just saw that. You ask for wisdom.
Yeah.
Freedom from fear.
Because if they're going to teach teach you wisdom. They're just going to, give you wisdom.
Absolutely. I get a power move. That's the card that I got, was
Wow.
a powerful move. So, yeah, going forward, this kind of says to me, yeah, you're going in the right direction. This is something that you're being kind of almost pushed forward to do. So, yeah, absolutely do that. I think you're definitely on the right track.
Yeah.
And I pulled for you slow and steady.
Perfect.
Take your time, step by step. Everything's going to turn out the way it's meant to turn out. Don't run yourself ragged or put yourself in a corner because you don't get everything you want the first 2 weeks. Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time, improvise, improve, make changes a little bit at a time.
Sounds beautiful. Thank you, Sherry. And motivation, I got moving up for you.
Moving on
You
up
are
to
increasing your
east
power and
side.
status. Moving up. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office in the sky.
There you go.
You climb the ladder of success.
There you go.
Woo!
What? Yeah. Woo. Perfect.
And maybe you can go to Paris. It looks like.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yes.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Numerologically speaking, 2024 is an 8 year, and 8 is very powerful.
Yes, it
It's
is.
the infinity symbol when turned on its side, which means it's endless, never ending. And it's a very powerful number. So we're moving into a year that's going to be very powerful. Retrogrades are ending, and we've got, I don't even remember now what planets it is that are moving back into place that's supposed to be super, super, super good. So, yeah, just keep going forward.
Absolutely.
One step at a time.
Absolutely. Well, that concludes all of our questions, and they were stimulating.
They were.
Absolutely.
They were really good. Yeah.
I really kept us on our toes.
Totally.
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
Awesome.
So thank you all for participating, and thank you for being in the chat. Those who have come in and I haven't had a chance, like Beck, hi Beck, to acknowledge you. And let's see, I just want to
Karen came in, and Heather, and
Yes.
Oh my gosh, all of you guys.
And we did lose Tommy Smothers today, and
sorry. I didn't know he was alive. I don't pay attention.
But he's the one that Mom and Dad loved best. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
He was always jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
He was the funny one.
Yeah, he was the funny one.
He really was. Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyway, we so appreciate. Before we go though, I'm going to ask Aley, what do you got going on your channel?
We got our dreams, visions, and appearances coming on at 6 o'clock tonight. So we've moved away just from doing dreams into doing ghostly appearances or any visions that are seen. And yeah, and I got tomorrow I got Sherry Trancing with Spirit coming on in the morning.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And Marina, what do you have going on your channel?
Well, tomorrow you and I have messages for light workers, of course. And then you and I and Sherry are going to be on Golden Girls Coffee.
And I got a surprise for y'all.
Oh, nice. Very good. I love that.
Golden Girls surprise.
And then, yeah, Aley and Val and I will be doing Story in the Cards on Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, I'll be on with Colleen for Polyterology on the 29th. So,
yeah, we all
go away.
Yep.
And Sherry, we're on a lot of channels together. Sherry,
yes.
What you got going on?
Well, I've got Golden Girls and a couple of stuff lined up. I'm waiting on some confirmations. I've got I lost count of how many polyterologies I'm doing for January
Yeah.
because Colleen has me
lot.
co-hosting with her on a lot of them. So I was like, yeah, I'm your girl. Just tell me what you want me to do. And so I'll be almost every one of those for a whole month. Working on the new stuff, starting on my channel. So I've been focusing on that and hoping we get the furniture moved tomorrow. It's still the same behind me, but hopefully next week when you come back, it'll all be looking new and different. So
Wow.
we'll see what happens. Fingers
That was
crossed.
something exciting.
Nice.
So go be sure to like and subscribe. Heart and Soul Connected, Heart Centered Tarot, Sherry Voices from the Swamp, and Val Dragonfly Crystals. Yes, like and subscribe.
Right.
And if you get a chance and you're not subscribed to me, it would be delightful to get
It
me
would
to
be.
my
It needs to get to
1K.
1,000. Yeah.
I'm just
Absolutely. This close.
Yeah.
This close.
I'm like 300 away from 2K. So I'm like,
That's
You
excellent.
guys.
I'm getting there.
Val?
I'm getting there.
Can we do a quick group blessing? A book is asking for
Oh,
a
yeah.
quick group blessing on
Oh,
our way
sure.
out the door.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Sure.
what we'll do. We'll just take one big deep breath in and then release it. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Record Masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And so it is. Thank you,
Done.
Val.
Thank you.
Yes.
Everyone.
Thanks, sisters.
Thank
So we love you guys. And
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
we'll see you next
Next
time on Aley's
See you
channel.
next year.
That's right.
Next
Back
year.
next week. Yep.